Hello everyone. We are going to see a few examples of Poisson distribution in today's video. So first let us look at a question. The following per page are observed in a book. Number of mistakes per page are given and number of times the mistake occurred have been given to us. So here number of mistakes indicates the value of x. So we have you could have 0 mistakes, 1, 2, 3 or 4 mistakes per page, and number of times these mistakes occurred are 211. 1 mistake occurred 90 times, 2 mistakes occurred 19 times, 3 mistakes 5, 4 mistakes 0 times. So this is the frequency distribution of mistakes per page. Now we have to fit this particular data into Poisson distribution, and how do we do that? We have seen a formula in the previous video where we have understood various parameters of Poisson distribution. So the formula for Poisson distribution is e power minus lambda, lambda power x by x factorial. Lambda is the intensity of the data, or it is the mean. So for Poisson distribution, if you remember, the mean and variance are both equal to lambda. So here lambda is equals to mean, which is equals to x bar of the given. If x values and frequencies are given, you know how to calculate the mean, right? So I have calculated the values of mean for you already. So here I have taken x, which takes the values from 0 to 4. We have the frequencies of the x values. Then I have multiplied x into the frequency. 0 into 211 is 0. 1 into 90 is 90. 2 into 19 is 38. 3 into 5, 15. 4 into 0, 0. So the formula x bar is equals to summation fi xi by summation fi is equals to, now here summation fi is nothing but the population size, right? So I have found the summation fi value. I added all these values and I got n is equals to 325, and summation fi xi is 143. So mean is equals to 143 by 325, which is equals to 0.44, which is nothing but lambda. So using these values we can calculate the probabilities for each of the, we can tell what is the probability of a page having 0 mistakes or 1 mistake or 2 mistake. We can calculate the probabilities like that. Or in this particular question we are supposed to fit this particular data into a Poisson distribution. So let us see how to fit it. So let us start the procedure. I have taken a format like this. So here we have x values. We have to take the values of x. X is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then next value is, now p of x is equal, so I am calculating it separately. First I am going to calculate e power minus lambda. So e power minus lambda is equals to e power minus 0.44. So e value you could take it as 0.271, whatever values the textbook provides. So for us I am considering 2.71. So this is e power minus 0.44 is 0.644. So I am taking this value 0.644. I am writing it for each and every value so that it will be easy for us during calculation. Okay, now this part is done. Now lambda power x, lambda is 0.44 to the power x is this value. So 0.44 power 0 is 1, anything to the power 0 is 1. So this is 0.44 to the power is 0.44. 0.44 to the power 2 is 0.1936. Then 0.44 to the power 3 is 0.085. 0.85. Let us take 4 decimal points. Then 0.44 to the power 4 is 0.0374. Okay, now x factorial. 0 factorial is 1. 1 factorial is 1. 2 factorial is 2 into 1 is 2. 3 factorial, 3 into 2 into 1 is 6. Then 4 factorial, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24, 24 into 1 is 24. So the factorial values are also given. Now we are supposed to calculate p of x. P of x is e power minus lambda, lambda power x by x factorial. So this into this by this. So 0.644 into 1 by 1 is 0.644. Then 0.644 into 0.44 by 1. 0.644 into 0.44 is 0.2833. Then you have put it like this, it will be easy. 0.644 into 0.1936 by 2 is 0.0623. Then 0.644 into 0.0851 divided by 6. So this is 0.0091. Then 0.644 into 0.0374 divided by 24. 0.001. This is 0.001. So now we have calculated the probabilities for each and every value of x. Now what are we supposed to do is we are supposed to find the expected values of x which can be calculated as n into p of x. So n, we have seen the total number of frequencies was equals to 325. So calculate each and every probability into 325. Whatever value you get, that is the expected value. So 325 into 0.644. This is 209. This is 209.3. Then we have 325 into 0.2833, which is 92.07. Then we have 0.0623. This is 20.24. Then we have 325 into 0.091, which is equals to 2.957. Then we have 325 into 0.001, which is equals to 0.325. Now let us find the total of these values, which should be approximately equal to n. If this is equal, then that means we have fit the Poisson distribution, the given data distribution into a Poisson distribution. Let us calculate and see. 209.3 plus 92.07 plus 20.24 plus 2.957 plus 0.325. So this is approximately equal to 325. What we got is 324.89. So approximately equal to n, which is 325. So that means we have succeeded in fitting the given data into a Poisson distribution. So this is how we are supposed to fit a given data into Poisson distribution. So let us see another example. So this is fitting the data, but next example, if you see, we are just calculating a particular value for Poisson distribution. Let us look at this question. Suppose on an average, one house in 1000 in a certain district has a fire during a year. So they are giving us 1 out of 1000. So they are giving us probability here. 1 by 1000 is the probability of a house catching a fire in a certain district in a year. If there are 2000 houses in that district, what is the probability that exactly 5 houses will have a fire during the year? Okay, so here if you see, they have given the sample, they have given there are 2000 houses in that district. Okay, so what all do we have? We have probability P is equals to 1 by 1000 and probability of catching fire. Okay, then favorable cases by exhaustive cases 1 by 1000, and we have the value of n is equals to 2000. Okay, now we are supposed to calculate probability of this. We can calculate this with the help of binomial distribution as well as Poisson distribution. But if you consider binomial distribution, if you remember binomial distribution, p of x is equals to ncx p to the power of x q to the power n minus x. We can calculate this problem with binomial distribution, but the problem is the n value is very big. If you do 2000 C5, what do you get? Let us check here. I'll show it to you. 2000 C5. So you're getting a very huge value here. It is 2.6535 into 10 to the power of 14. So it is a very huge value. So it becomes very difficult for us to calculate. So hence we use binomial Poisson distribution here instead of binomial. So we have n and p. So according to binomial distribution, mean mean of binomial distribution is equals to np. Okay, so and mean and sigma is not, lambda is nothing but the mean. So let us calculate. Lambda is equals to np is equals to n is 2000 into p is 1 by 1000. So we get 2. Lambda is equals to 2. Okay, now p of x is equal to, we are supposed to find out what is the probability that exactly 5 houses will have a fire during the year. So the formula is e power minus lambda power x by x factorial. X is equals to 5, e power minus lambda is 2, e power minus 2 power 5 by 5 factorial. Let us calculate the value. E power minus 2 power 5 by 5 factorial is 0.036. So if you multiply this with 100, this is 3.6. 3.6%. There are 3.6% chances that exactly 5 houses will have fire during the year in this particular district based on the given data what we have. Okay, so this is how you calculate the Poisson distribution. It is simple application of the formula. So more or less binomial, Poisson, and normal are related. All the three distributions are related, provided one thing we have to remember is these two distributions use discrete data. That is, they use numbers, the whole numbers. Here normal distribution we have continuous data. Okay, so here we use counting data, here we use continuous data. For example, here if I want to check the number of mistakes in a page, I can say 5, 6. I cannot say 5.6 minus 2.3. I cannot say count like that. So whatever values are countable, that will be considered under binomial and Poisson distribution. For normal, for example, if I want to find the weight is continuous data. I can have 23.5 kilos, 5.8 kilos, 2.9 kilos, like that, continuous data. Or height or units of measurement. whichever data is continuous in nature, we can use normal distribution. So all the three distributions are more or less, these two distributions will tend to become normal distribution when the value of n, the sample size, is becoming close to infinity. Okay, so we'll continue with the normal distribution in the next class. If you have any doubts, please post them in the WhatsApp group. Thank you.